uh, air conditioning, so the window was always open. And we had a neighbor next door, the two older lady and old gentleman, and we never found out they were married or not. They just lived together, for such a long time. But one day they had a fire, and there was firemen running all over the place, and I was the sound. I didn't wake up, and I was right by the window. And the window, there was no window, and it was just open, screen. And my brother wakes me up, hey, you idiot, there's a fire next door. I said, so what? Firemen running all over. But, we had a great time. When I was 8 years old, I told my mother, Mom, I don't like the jeans that you all buy me at JCPenney's anymore. Which ones do you like? Well, they're called Levi's. I'll tell your father. And I said, And so a few days later, your father said, you went to buy those jeans. ¿Cómo se llaman? Levi's. To go to work and buy them yourself. So then I said, okay. So I told my brother, you know what? I'm gonna go sell newspapers downtown. The newspaper came out once a day on Saturday. And you earn 2 pennies on each paper. And he didn't really have to go, but he went because he said, I can't let this idiot go to by himself downtown. So went downtown and started selling papers. And the manager of the store where they sold the jeans used to give me a quarter for the paper. So, I saved 50 cents and I put the jeans on layaway. And then about 2 months later, I took him out. And then I told my mother, these are the jeans, Levi's. Please, whatever you do, don't wash them because they lose their color. I said, I have to wash them, so, well, just be careful. Don't wash them too hard. But we used to sell papers, and then, my brother was done before I was, so there's a little plaza about a few blocks away from the house, and he would wait for me there. Because he didn't want me to get lost. He didn't want to get home without me, He was always taking care of me. So we grew up together, and he was the best brother I could ever have. Yeah. And I miss him because every time something happened, I would call him up. Hey, did you hear what that idiot Ted Cruz said? Yes, I heard. So, I don't know what happened. I said, I wish my brother Joe were here to call him. But we had a great relationship, and it was nice to have someone to grow up with that cared about you. And he was, by the time he was a junior high school, he was a proofreader for the Laredo Times. The guy said, the great reporters, the great editorials, but they can't spell. So he was studying for, and he was like 15 years old, 16 years old. So, but he was real smart when he fell. He was a valedictorian when he graduated from high school. Got a 4-year scholarship to Texas got a degree in aerospace engineering, and then a master's degree in aerospace engineering. He went to work for General Dynamics out of Fort Worth, and they invited him for a scholarship, and so he got his master's from A&M again. So we had a great relationship. He was a great brother, and I miss him. Thank you.